So when I showed up playing cello with you, I was doing a little bit of three-finger stuff here and there, but I was using it much more like a traditional guitar style. And then when I started watching the way that you use your hand, not just the fact that you use your
Delta
thumb.
style. The muffled.
Well, it's just all the muffling. And
that's Delta. That's very much Delta. I didn't make that up. I learned that. I was taught how to do that.
By who?
At the Folklore Center. I know all the blues guys because that's like
at the Folklore Center in Denver.
That's your Delta style.
Right, let me see it. No, but from a technique standpoint,
but that's what I'm saying.
It felt like I remember.
You get a percussion sound.
I would learn to do all this stuff, and then you would kind of be like, "Yeah, it doesn't. Still feels white."
Well, I can't help that. That's you.
No, but like over time, playing with you more and watching you, I got a little bit more of the nuance of how to make it feel more authentic.
It has to do with accents. Ben, you have a great right hand, just killer.
So, but tell me about the accents.
Like when you used to go in and do leads and do all that fast rhythm stuff, like Raina would do, was killer.
Right.
And you didn't hear that from me, but you know.
No, I won't tell anybody that you actually approved.
Don't tell anybody I said that. But it was killer. It was because it's all in your right hand.
Right.
Music is in your right hand. Like all your great lead guitar players, like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Hendrix, or whatever, they're all great rhythm guitar players.
Right.
If you listen to a really good, famous lead guitar player, they're actually a really good rhythm guitar.
But this is the trick with all these
players.
Right, it's difficult to see what's happening.
So just not much happening. Just
there's a lot happening.
Well, I'm just going fast. That's nothing going on. See, it's this. It's where you put your accents. See, it's where the accents are, Ben. It's not. I play. And look at this. I got a guitar name to me. I ain't got any frets down here because I don't use them. You know, to me, it's simplicity.
Yeah.
It's all about the simplicity.
And driving that rhythm.
Driving the rhythm. You know.
Can you play us something? So when I went to transfer this over to the cello, I spent a lot of time just trying to figure out what finger.
You have a bass string, so you got your bass there.
But I spent a lot of time trying to figure out which finger to use until I realized that for you, it's less about a finger and it's more about your whole hand.
About my whole hand, but it depends what I'm playing like. I'm doing that.
Right.
And I'm just fingering.
But for that classic trance groove, it's your whole hand that I think is something that people miss because they're trying to focus on which finger you're using. It's really about padding it with this stuff. I know it's about the beat.
And then getting whatever in between it.
But that beat is also this. But it's not just the beat, it's also how you're muting it.
Well, that gives you the beat, the rhythmical part.
Right.
For banjo, too, banjo's a percussion instrument.
So to get that sound, you're using your thumb and your fingers, but also muting it with your...
Yeah, back here, yeah.
With that pad on your thumb.
I do, I like it, because it gives...
It just makes a really classic sound.
See what happens is you don't get as many overtones.
Right.
So you get a more rhythmical thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch. That becomes more rhythmical. See what I mean?
Yeah, so a lot of that's also happening with your left hand where you're kind of pulling off the strings a little bit.
Well, that's a banjo thing, pulling off and sliding and stuff.
Yeah. So a lot of your influence is coming from
old time
African
music, sliding,
African
pulling
music.
off, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like bending a string or pulling it. Like
I'm just fantasizing about being a black.
I'd be back. But that's pulling off. See, that's like banjo stuff.
Yeah.
That's African stuff. It all comes back to Africa, Ben. I swear to God.
No, it all comes back to Africa.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's just the pulling off and the banjo with the rhythm, playing rhythm,
That's awesome. I mean,
bass line.
I feel like that's a lot of stuff that people just
But it's
don't
simple.
necessarily
it's
hear.
nothing complex.
It's simple,
It is.
but
I
it's not what
forgot
people look for.
What's it? Syncopation.
Mm.
That's half the trick of syncopation.
Which syncopation is not necessarily in the instrument or the hands. It's kind of
No, syncopation is in your hands, but I tell people in my blues trance, like syncopation is like, you know, when you fall asleep, you go like that.
yeah.
That's syncopation.
Oh, when you catch yourself like
You're
that.
falling on the note, so you're pulling off. You're falling on the note. See,
Right.
like. You ever see? And it's like you ever see these? I think it's a Maasai. They jump up in the air.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're floating down. That's syncopation. You jump on the note and you float off the note. Either jumping on the note or jumping off the note, and then you float down.
Very physical.
But they're just jumping. But somehow, I don't know, the way they jump, it makes them look like they're floating down. And then they relax when they jump, and then they relax when they fall.
Mm.